lifestyle on tour when you don't have a kitchen and you don't have things that readily available to you?
So far I've been making quite simple things that Brian has really enjoyed, like because of his Italian background he likes spaghetti and tomato sauce. So I've been making a spaghetti marinara, and that's using zucchini, which I've already prepared some. Yes. So it's gone from that
pasta
to that.
Yeah.
So we've been having things like spaghetti marinara, pizzas, pad thai. Yes, I made some pad thai yesterday, didn't I?
Lovely.
And desserts. I've been making him things like carrot cake, strawberry cheesecake, which you also tried, so you know what that tastes like.
Key lime pie.
Oh, the key lime pie that you tried, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I've made pecan raisin pie, cake, and raw chocolate, which I've made some raw chocolate, which
You can't tell.
goes down really well.
I think it's better than any chocolate I've had.
Yeah. It's really flavorful. So so I've been trying to sort of replicate real food. So it's not just salads and celery and carrots, which when you mention raw food, most people think that's what you're eating, is just lettuce and fruit, which we do eat that as well. But
you incorporate it into a dish.
Yeah. So sorry, we're crossing over each other.
A lot of Indian and cumin, a lot of spices are involved.
Yeah, I use lots of herbs and spices, so it's very flavorful. And I enjoy doing this for people that have never tried it before, so that they can see that actually it isn't boring and it's really tasty, and people are like really surprised at how tasty it is. That you can have cake and you can have desserts and you can have like really good food like pizza and things that people think they're going to miss. I made the burgers. The mushroom burgers. I used portobello mushrooms as the bun, and then I made sort of like a bean.
It's like a
burger.
falafel. It's like sort of like a falafel, but it was like you were eating meat.
It's always been easy to get certain things, but organic, that was sort of like a rarity. Going back to when I was like 18, 19, there were only a few shops, and they were those kind of Birkenstock, not burger type shops, where everything tasted of cardboard and the shops smelled of patchouli oil.
Well, farmers markets are everywhere now as well.
Yeah.
Especially here in America, they even have them in Europe.
I love it here. I love it. When I come here on vacation, I bring a spare suitcase. So I can load up with lots of different things, because things that you can't get at home. But it's getting better now in London and in England in general. There's lots of things that you can get. Everyone's, things like quinoa now, that's everywhere. You can get it in just like the general supermarket.
Costco has it now.
Yeah, and
organic as well.
Almond milk, and things like that. Before you couldn't. You could just about get soy milk, which I don't use myself, but I use like coconut milk and almond milk. I make my own almond milk, but you can buy all those things now in the stores. So it's a lot easier, and also with social media as well. A lot of people are posting about it. So
and you can shop online for a lot of things too.
Yeah. You can just about get everything. It's not, people say, oh, how hard is it, to live this lifestyle? And I say, well, it's as hard as you want it to be, basically.
It is expensive. That it is.
But
it's worth it.
It's expensive.
Your health is worth it. It's an investment.
Yeah, because I just think it is expensive, but it's less expensive than medical bills.
Yes. Because of the high blood pressure, and he's pre-diabetic, the medications he's taking are not cheap, especially now with our healthcare rise in healthcare costs. So eating this way it offsets he won't have to take those eventually. He can get off those medications.
It's actually cheaper in the long run.
It is.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper in the long run.
The medication is not cheap.
He really likes the pasta. He loves the marinara and the pad thai. I have some pad thai actually.
He loves the burger.
Yeah, and the curry.
Oh, the curry.
I have curry in the fridge, and I have pad thai in the fridge. That's the pad thai.
That's your onion bread.
And those are zucchini noodles?
Yes.
Your
zucchini and squash noodles. And there's some onion bread. He really likes the onion bread.
Onion bread is wonderful. And I wish you could smell what we're smelling. The scents are just, you can smell all the spices. It's amazing.
What is that?
That's onion bread.
Onion bread. Would you like to try some? My favourite store is Air One, which is in LA.
Oh.
Yeah. It's absolutely,
For this lifestyle.
yeah, it's got everything for the raw food lifestyle, for the vegan, vegetarian, for all your supplements. It has everything. Yeah.
And are they available online? Do they have an online?
I don't know. I don't know if they do. I think they've just opened a new store in LA, but I'm sure you can get them online. I know there are places you can get most stuff. Whole Foods has, that's good as well.
Yeah.
Co-op is really good.
Yeah, the Co-op,
which is just
yeah.
a block away, but also Sprouts.
Sprouts is
has
great.
a nice selection of
Yeah.
produce.
Yeah.
They do and grains and
Yeah.
nuts.
I have an adopted daughter, so she wasn't always with me, but she's a vegan, and she's always eaten that way. I brought up the daughter that I gave birth to as a vegan, from birth, from after breastfeeding straight into veganism, and then vegetarianism. She does eat a little bit of meat now, but she gets meat that she knows that it comes from like a farmer's market or something. She doesn't eat much meat, so that it's been a lifestyle for them.
Why your husband, is he vegan?
No, he's not vegan, but not consciously vegan. But he doesn't have dairy because he knows it's not that great for his health. But he eats how I eat. But if he goes out, if he goes to a restaurant or something, he may have fish or chicken. But it's our lifestyle. This is how we live. Anyone that knows us will tell you that we live this way. People say, oh, what equipment? The two essentials that I have a blender. I use a Vitamix, but it doesn't have to be. Whatever you can afford.
Blender,
yeah, whatever you can afford. I have a juicer, that's key. That's a centrifugal juicer, but it's a new type of one that's supposed to be like a cold press.
And for Brian, because of his ailments, she started him on turmeric shots every morning, he went from limping to not in a matter of days.
Yeah, that's true.
So medicinal.
Yeah, it's anti-inflammatory because he has gout.
He has gout
Yeah.
and an autoimmune disorder.
Yeah. So I do the shots, and also a food processor I have as well. They're my three. And a dehydrator, so that's four. The juice is obviously for making juice, but I also use the pulp from most of the juice to make crackers and to add into other dishes.
Okay.
This I use every single day, the blender, the Vitamix. So I make like nut milks in here, soups, smoothies, I make sauces in here. So things like that I use that for. And this one I use to grind, I use this as a grinder as well, to grind up seeds. And this one I use to blend to make cakes and crackers and tortillas and things like that, yeah.
So how do you get like a cake to set up? Like after you've blended it and it's, what? How does it become like a cake?
I just mold it, or I use, I mold it either with my hands or in a springform pan. Yeah, I use a springform pan.
And then do you refrigerate
And
things?
then I refrigerate it,
Okay.
yeah. So that's what I do.
So really no cooking at all?
No,
No,
cooking out.
None at all?
No cooking. The dehydration is about as
Yeah.
cooked as you can get, but
Yeah.
it's still on. It's on such a low temperature that all the enzymes are still intact. So it's still raw. It just gives it a texture,
Yeah.
a cooked texture, which really helps people that are transitioning from cooked to raw, or who just want to add more raw into their diet.
I want to get back to size 33 pants.
What's going to make your knees feel good? What weight is going to make your knees feel decent?
Probably around 170,
All right.
which when we were young, I was 155. And I don't, that's unrealistic for me. But if I could get to 170, I think
not
it'd be good.
It isn't. I agree, not with us eating.
Okay, well, maybe I'll get back to 155. I'll be a hard pipe hitting. You know what? Shit.
I owe her dearly for doing it for me because she's great. She's a great friend. Hey, this is Brian Wheat with Big Break Session. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And we'll see you next time. Let's fucking rock.